Hello all, myself Shruti CK, Assistant Professor in CSE Department. As a part of the Tech Talk series, today I'll be speaking about digital health. In this fast growing world, basically everything is at our fingertips via the help of technology. Be it education, entertainment, banking, shopping, any field we name, technology has got involved or it has got a role in it, and it has made things easier for us. So among the various fields, major fields, one of the field is health. So when we combine technology with health, we get the term digital health. So what is digital health? Digital health formally it means to use the use of information and communication technologies in medicine and other health professions to manage illness and health risks and to promote wellness. In very simple term, if you say, digital health is basically the use of technology in health related services or to access health related services. So basically there are many tools in digital health of which about which we will be basically be like talking in detail in the coming times. So before that we need to know what are the objectives of this of digital health, or what are the objectives of the various tools of digital health, and so they are as follows. One is to improve the quality of outcome of care and service. Next, to improve the population health. I think that's an obvious objective. To improve the patient experience and to improve the physician and other non-physician provider experience. So here we need to note that the tools of digital health, they are not just advantages to the people who are using the services, but also they are also advantages to the people who are giving the services. So both the people who give the services as well as take the services, they are both given equal weightage or equal importance. So both sides are actually considered over here in case of digital health. And last is to address the health disparities. So by health disparities, it means that every section of the society, that is irrespective of any gender or age or region, irrespective of these factors, everyone should be able to access the various health services. So that is what the tools of digital health basically they aim or try to achieve. Okay, so after telling about the objectives of digital health, the next thing that we need to know is what are the various tools of digital health. So the tools are as follows, and it is given in a diagrammatic form. So we will be basically be like in detail we will be talking about these tools itself. Okay, so the tools are basically, one is mobile health apps, then there is a personalized medicine, then there is telemedicine, there is telehealth, there is electronic health records, there is electronic medical records, okay, so etc. So these are some of the tools that are part of the digital health. That is, these tools basically help in providing health services to people. Okay, so there are people who provide these services and there are people who want to access these services. So in detail we will be talking about these services. Okay, so some of the tools that are involved in digital health or that are part of the digital health are, one is telecare. Okay, so telecare basically means using a communication network we are accessing the health services, that is we are talking our health related issues to someone who is an expert in this health field. So the major advantage over here is we don't need to go to any hospitals or clinics in person or in direct interaction is not required. Okay, in general if we have some health issues, what we do, we generally go to a nearest hospital or a clinic, and we talk our problems to the concerned doctor. Okay, so in that actually transportation is required. We may not be in a situation to actually go in person directly because of the health issue. So in this case the best part is we are able to communicate with some medical expert, and we are able to get some solution through this. So that is the major advantage of this particular tool. So basically in case of digital health, if any tool we take, this point actually it comes over there, that is we are able to communicate our problems, or we are able to share our problems, health related problems with an expert and we don't need to travel anywhere. Okay, that is what is the major advantage of digital health. So that is the case of telecare. After that, there is another tool is patient portal technology. So patient portal technology is basically a website in which we can upload our like patient information, that is if we have consulted any doctor and we may have many reports in a hard coded form. We generally, whenever we consult some doctor, there are reports and they are in paper form, so we always need to carry this information if we are consulting some other doctor in some other situation. But in this case, the advantage is that we are able to access patient information anywhere from any part of the world, and we don't need to carry this information in a manual form. So that is what is meant by patient portal technology. And then there is a mobile phone health. So this is where the smartphone technology comes into play. So we know there are so many apps, like everyone, like most of the majority of the people have got smartphones in their hand. There may be like very few people who don't have access to smartphone, and in smartphone we have the option to like download many apps. So there are so many options and apps and all, there are like many options, or there are many varieties, or there are we download apps for many purpose. Of these, there are many options for health related apps, and they are used to monitor our health conditions, the calories, the various aspects of health can be monitored using these apps. So that is what is meant by mobile phone health. Next major tool is wearable technology. I think that has just come, or it is getting popular as time goes on. And so by wearable technology we mean smart watches. So these watches, they again play the same role as what we said about mobile apps. So these watches, they monitor various health conditions like heart rate, or how much calories we have burned. So various factors can be monitored using this wearable technologies, and they are like slowly or gradually they are becoming popular among people. So the advantage of these apps or the wearable technology is that we don't need to like go to some clinics for doing the manual checkup. That is not required. On the go, we are able to like monitor our health conditions, and if there is some issues, we are able to take the remedial steps as soon as possible. So that is what is meant by wearable technology. Okay. So then we have the remote patient monitoring, abbreviated as RPM. So this technology is almost like similar to the like telemedicine part that we have already discussed. In this case, we are able to again consult doctors via communication network. We don't need to manually go and see a doctor. So that's an advantage. So people can take health services in their comfort zone. So they don't need to get admitted to some hospital or anything. They are able to access health services from a practitioner, from medical experts, by staying within their like home part, or wherever they are comfortable. So that is the major advantage of this RPM. So these are some of the tools that are part of digital health. So next we go on to the advantages of digital health. So some of the advantages of digital health are, so till now actually we have only talked about the advantages only. So I think it will be more like repeating the same points, but still we can see what are the points. The patient enjoys digital data access. In digital health, patients gets quicker access to test result. It is easy to pay the bills. You get the ability to share information with your family members, because it's in the digital form. We are able to like share our information with the family members. It also offers clinicians notes feedback. The patient can review information for medical errors. Instructions and information is simple and easy to document. The patient has better approach and access to medical records. It saves times. It can be a tool for health protection. So the major thing over here is we are able to access health related services in a much more faster way. We are able to access health related services within within our comfort zone. We don't need to travel to an hospital or clinic if you have some issues. That is the major advantage this health digital health has. And we are like on the go, we are always able to monitor our health. We don't need to do like expert checkup for like certain factors like BP or the calories we have burned and major factors. These apps or the wearable technology, they help in monitoring some of the aspects, not major aspects, but some of the aspects of our health. And we are also able to get like health updates. That is also an advantage. Like using these apps, we are able to get information, up to date information in regarding health services. Okay, that is also an advantage in the case of digital health. Okay, so talking about the advantages, definitely any any aspect we take, like about anything we say, always if there is an advantage, there definitely will be a disadvantage. Nothing is perfect in this world. So digital health also has got some disadvantages, and they are complicated and complex health information causes concern for the patients. That is, we can't uh, take the help of digital health in every case. That is, in major like complex illness if we have, we can't rely on digital health, or we can't always be within our comfort zone and take treatment for that. So that is a major issue. We can take treatment, but it should not be like health threatening or life threatening type of illness. We can't totally rely on this digital health technology. Okay, so that is one of the thing. Clinicians report elevate patient providers relationship concerns. Hackers can approach and access patients record. Okay, again this is a common factor. Like when we say about technology, definitely one of the major disadvantages when we talk about technology is this part. That is, there are people who will try to steal the information, and it can be used for their own advantage in many ways. Then it needs to be upgraded on regular basis. Obviously it's technology, it can't remain static throughout its lifetime. Always it needs upgradation. So as I said, we get regular updates about health. So whatever regular updates are taking place, or as and when it happens, it needs to be known. And with respect to technology, the apps or the wearable technology, they also need to be upgraded time by time. So that is also a major issue. And then we have digital health records are expensive. So we don't need to go to a hospital or clinic to access uh, like uh, to access health related information, or to take health related services. But even then, using a smartphone or these services, it is a bit costly compared to manual part. Then complex and composite processes. Okay, so another thing is we need to know how to use these technologies properly. So so every person that is part of the society, they may not be able to use these technologies to the fullest. So that also can be like added as a disadvantage part with regard to digital health. Okay, so these are the basically the disadvantages. So till now we have talked about what digital health is, what are the various tools, what are its objectives, what are the advantages, and what are the disadvantages. So in the end, I would like to say is basically the saying goes is health is wealth, right? So to basically safeguard health, what all tools, like one of the major tools is digital health itself. So the tools that help in safeguarding this health is also an important, or it's a precious thing. So we need to make the full use of this digital health, the tools of digital health in a very ad, in a way that people are able to access health services in an in a good way. We also need to ensure that that the doctor-patient relationship gets reduced via the use of digital health services. Thank you.